Welcome back to another episode, guys. Today I got with me my central bearded dragon, Spyro. So as you can see, the scales on his back are actually quite smooth. They're not rough and more jagged like a natural form bearded dragon that you'll find in the Australian outback. They're a lot smoother, so they're called a leatherback morph. They're quite common in the hobby, and you'll actually see quite a lot of keepers have this leatherback form. Today we're just going to be cleaning out and changing around his enclosure, making it look nice and pretty. If you watch the sand, oh, there he goes. If you watch the sand monitor enclosure build, we're going to make it look similar to that, make it look nice, naturalistic, make him feel like he's at home out in the outback, and get him living as natural and as homely as we possibly can. And there he is. Slash the sand monitor will be going out in this aviary in the next few weeks, probably within the month. So that's going to be her nice big aviary to live nice and natural and do whatever she wants, whatever she can when she wants. Spyro's just basking up some sun in there now while I jibber jabber to you guys. I'm actually tossing up setting this aviary here up for Spyro so he can soak up that natural sunlight, get outside and exhibit more of his natural behaviours, more of the natural things that he would do in the wild. But I really think that when I do set up that aviary for the sand monitor, I think I might set this up for Spyro the bearded dragon. And I think he would absolutely love that. You'll have to stay tuned because that'll be another video. We'll leave Spyro in the construction site to soak up some sun, and we'll head inside and make a start on his enclosure. I'll see you in there. Everything's out, we'll give it a good hose down, scrub down, let it dry off, cook and clean in the sun. Back in. I'm going to do a full substrate change today. Get rid of all the sand, replace it with all new stuff, get rid of all this leaf litter that's come off from whenever I chuck branches and whatnot in, and just give him a nice fresh clean substrate to dig in, play in, eat in, whatever else he does. All clean as a whistle, guys. Spyro's enclosure here, I think it's 1200 by 600 or 4 by 2, depending where you are in the world. And just exactly the same as Slash's enclosure up here. I've just lined it with timber. So in here I actually had some leftover fence palings, which looks pretty cool. Just being a glass enclosure, the timber surrounds helps a whole lot, especially in winter, keeping that heat in, getting the right temps, keep our animals nice and healthy. Along with that, obviously got my heat lamp and my T5 UVB. No matter what reptile species you're keeping, you should always have a UVB for your animal. All reptiles will soak in that UVB and it'll really replicate that natural sun and make them feel like they are out in the wild as close as possible. Just like I said in Slash's video, I'm just tossing up what to do with these two animals, whether I keep them inside or keep them outside. If they do end up staying inside, when this tube runs out, I do want to move this lamp here, put it on a more diagonal, so the middle of that tube where the brightest and the strongest of the UV rays are in the middle of the basking spot. So that is something I want to do, but I won't be able to do it until I move this guy off. I also want to put a LED lamp above just to get more visible light, again, so it feels like they are outside, mimicking the sunlight as much as possible, which I have done up here with Slash's enclosure. So hopefully you guys have watched this video, and I ducked up to the shops. I grabbed this LED fluoro. I think I'm just gonna put some black duct tape over the front there so it's not reflecting into the house. That has lit up Slash's enclosure a lot. It looks a lot better. She's absolutely loving it. I'm gonna duck back down to the shops this week, grab another one of those to go on top of Spyro, and it'll get that nice and bright. But Spyro absolutely loves it, don't you, girly? Duck outside now, grab some substrate. This is the similar look we're going to go for in Spyro the bearded dragon's enclosure. These two animals, a lot of their distribution overlaps, so they're from the same parts of the country where they have this red soil, burnt out, hollowed out logs in the woodlands, grass, native grasses. We'll try and make Spyro's enclosure look different but similar, and hopefully that'll give a nice look. Don't you reckon, Slash? head outside. In here, guys, I've got real, natural, red dirt, sand from the Aussie outback. Last time I was out there. So this is the real, natural stuff that my animals live on. Cannot get any closer to natural than that. This is literally what they live on in the wild. So I'm gonna grab a couple scoops of that and I'm gonna mix it with some play sand from Bunnings just to get a thicker consistency, make it not so dusty in the house. This stuff's just so fine that red dust gets everywhere. Load that up, mix it up, see how it looks, take it inside, chuck it in the enclosure, we'll go from there. Leave a lower layer at the front just because this glass part's pretty deep and he'll flick all that sand into the doors. And I'll keep the thicker, deeper substrate up the back. Time to fit it out, work out where to put everything. So I personally like to get the basking spot right and then work around that. So that's what we'll try and do. That's directly underneath. Once we get some heat on there, I'll temp gun it, make sure we're getting our right temperatures. Now to decorate around it. This is just some crappy old fish tank thing, but it works well for supporting more natural looking things. And it hides in there pretty well. So we're getting there, we got basking spot, can hide under here. He can dig a little burrow under here and he can have another hide under there, as well as one up the top end. He can hide under the two timbers behind the sandstone. He's got stuff to climb on, climb. And these timbers are good too. The woodies can hide in there, and again, just like Slash above, that gives him his enrichment, trying to get all the wood roaches out of there. But now I think we need to add some greenery. So I'll show you guys, just like I did with Slash. I think I've got to cut up some more of these hollow logs because I want it a bit shorter for Spyro. So I'll cut one in half, and then we can start planting our little grasses, which will look really cool. And then I'll see if I can go outside and find some gum leaves that I can hang from up here. And then we're looking pretty good, I reckon. Here's our little hollow log. I might just chop him down the guts, and that leaves one flat side, two high sides, which could look pretty cool. We'll try that. I'll do it with the chainsaw, hopefully I don't destroy it. Worked alright. So there we are, a couple of little planters. Nice flat bottom. Sit that in enclosure, put our grasses in there. Get some greenery, some more natural looking stuff, happy days. Now greenery, our grasses I actually chopped out of the paddock from over there last week for the sand monitor, so I've got something ready to go. They're just here. I'll chuck a clip in the video of me digging these out just so you can see where I got them, and I'll chuck that in now. So this is what I'm working with. I got some of these grass plants growing in the paddock. I don't know, I might be able to get the mattock in sort of in the middle and just take out half, and then I can chop it down to a decent size and chuck in the enclosure, and that'll look pretty cool. There we go. Not too shabby. How good's that? All right, you're back. So there's our grasses, there's our planters. We'll get them inside now. Puppies are waiting. We'll chuck them in. I'm just thinking I might even just chuck one planter in, because I want to leave that space here just for him to run back and forth and dig around. I don't want to clutter it so much that he doesn't have freedom to just move freely and run in some spots. I'll chuck a plant here, and I might be able to just bury one further up the back and not have it in the hollow log. That could look pretty cool behind there. I might run with that. That's looking pretty cool. I'll run back outside, grab one, and I think I'll bury it down in here. I've got the deep substrate at the back, so I should be able to bury it deep enough that it does stay there. Right, I'm pretty happy with this, guys. Up this end is going to be our basking area and some hides. He's got an area up the front so we can still run back and forth without bashing into everything. He's got a little bit under here where he can go in and hide. He's got a spot up the back behind the sandstone. Can dig a hide under there, dig a hide under that slope timber at the back. Then we go over this side, he's got his plants where his crickets and his wood roaches are going to hide in there, and he's going to have to sniff them out, dig them out and try and get them, which is just fantastic enrichment for these guys. And I've still got some room here. I'll make up a salad in a minute. We can chuck his salad bowl up the back. Got a room for a water bowl at the front. But I learnt the hard way the other day with this red dust. I'm going to wet it all down so it makes a hard, compact layer so the whole house doesn't turn red. So I'll wet that all down now. We'll make him up a salad and we can chuck Spyro back in and we can see what he thinks. Time for the messy part. We're gonna make Spyro up a salad. Every time I do this, I grab different stuff, so he's always got a variety of foods, but I've got coriander and parsley. Don't ask which is which. Bok choy. Chuck some apple in. Oh my God. Grind up a bit of carrot. Is that what you call grind? I don't know. Chuck a strawberry and some rocket. And the leftovers go to the goats. All right, time to make a mess. A lot of the time, honestly, I'll just chuck a plant or a bunch of stuff like that, stick it in somewhere, and he has to rip it and pull it like he would in the wild. He actually has to pull it off and chew on it. It's another little bit of enrichment that I use, which I think's great for them. Anything that's gonna get the animal moving, doing what it does in the wild is great. There we go. Absolutely lovely. Delicious. If I was a lizard. So like I said, guys, every time you make up a salad, for no matter what reptiles you have, you can either chuck a whole bunch of different things in, or each time get something different, feed them a variety so they're getting all the different vitamins, minerals, nutrients, whatever else is in these disgusting vegetables, everything they need, keep them nice and healthy and strong. And we'll take these leftovers out to the goats. Bams, you want this? Now they're coming. Oh! Right in the knee, Billy boy. Hang on. Here. Oh! Right in the guts. I was wondering what broke this the other day. I think I just got the answer to my question. His foot just went through it. If you chew on that, you... Oh my God, leave her alone. You chew on that, you lot. I've got stuff to do. See you, big fella. We'll head back out and find Spyro. See if he's still basking in the sun or if he's gone hiding. There he is. Hey, big fella. We'll go back inside. Ready to go inside, buddy? Let's go. What do you reckon, Spy? Looking pretty good. We'll let him have a little explore, then I'll chuck in his salad, give him a drink, and if he's lucky, he might get some crickets and woodies this afternoon. A little run around, a little bit of an explore. We'll see if he's ready for a feed. A good mixture of everything in there. Voila. Hopefully after all that effort he doesn't turn his nose up. Chuck it in and see what he reckons. Spyro. Spy. Try and make a bit of a flat spot here. There we are. Blends right in. Come on, Spy. What do they say? Flat out like a lizard drinking. There you go. Just got a couple of crickets and wood roaches. Give them a bit of a toss around in the calcium powder. Give Spyro something to munch on.